Hi everyone, this is FEELWORLD. Today I'm going to show you how to operate the KBC20 PTZ controller step by step. FEELWORLD KBC20 is a professional PTZ camera controller for large-scale setups like conferences, live broadcasts, and online classes. It offers intuitive pan, tilt, zoom, focus, iris, and preset control, quick camera switching, and broad protocol support with PO integration. The difference between the two models is that the KBC20N additionally supports the ND protocol, giving you more options when working with different PTZ camera systems. Inside the box you will find one PTZ camera controller, one power adapter, one magnetic pad, one RA45 to DIN 8 cable. Before we dive into the setup steps, I'll first walk you through the two control modes available and when to use each one. KBC20N provides two control modes, network mode and virtual mode. Each control mode supports different protocols and offers different ways to add cameras. In network mode, the controller communicates through IP. Protocols supported in this mode include ONVIF, IP VISCA, Sony VISCA and ND. Among these protocols, ONVIF, IP VISCA, ND support both auto search and manual add. Sony VISCA supports manual add only. In analog mode, the controller communicates through serial control. Analog mode supports VISCA, Pelco P and Pelco D, and these protocols only support manual add. In the following tutorial, we will introduce all supported protocols and show you how to add cameras in both connection modes. You need to connect all devices to the same local area network. First, connect an Ethernet cable from your PTZ camera's LAN port to your network switch. This allows the camera to join the same network as the controller. Next, connect another Ethernet cable from the KBC20's LAN port to the same network switch. The controller supports PO, so a single Ethernet cable provides both network connection and power. No extra power adapter is required. Then connect the switch to your router. This ensures the controller and your PTZ camera obtain network access from the same router. Once the cables are connected and the power is on, your setup is complete. Next, please make sure the controller and your PTZ camera are on the same local network, and their IP addresses are within the same segment. The controller defaults to DHCP, so it will automatically obtain an IP address from your router. If the controller and the camera are not in the same IP segment, you will need to adjust the IP address of either device. Let's move on to the controller settings. In network mode, you can use the auto search function to quickly find and connect your PTZ camera. 1. Press search and select corresponding protocol to auto scan camera equipment. 2. When the controller finds available cameras, move the joystick up or down to select the camera you want to pair. 3. Next, enter the username. The default username is admin. 4. Then enter the password. The default password is also admin. Enter the username and password based on your PTZ camera settings. 5. Set a camera ID between 1 and 255. This ID will be used for switching and controlling the camera. 6. Press enter to save the settings. 7. Press the ESC button to exit the menu. 8. To control the camera, press cam, then enter the camera ID number and press enter. Now the connection is complete. You can easily control your PTZ camera through the KBC20N controller. You can also add a camera manually. There are two methods available, and I'll walk you through both. Let's start with method 1. 1. First, press the add button to begin. 2. Enter a camera number between 1 and 255. 3. Use the joystick to select the control protocol, for example ONVIF. 4. Next, type in the camera's IP address. 5. Then type in the terminal port. Each protocol uses a different port number, so enter the one that matches your selected protocol. 6. Next, type in the username. 7. Then type in the password. Enter the username and password based on your PTZ camera settings. 8. Press the enter button to save. 9. Press the ESC button to exit the menu. Now the connection is complete. Now let's take a look at method 2. 1. Press setup and enter the camera setting page. 2. Set the camera number by moving the joystick left and right. You may choose any number from 1 to 255. 3. Move the joystick up and down to enter the protocol option. Then move it left and right to select the protocol you need, such as ONVIF. 4. Type in the camera's IP address. 5. Next, type in the terminal port. Each protocol uses a different port number. so enter the correct one for your selection. 6. Enter the username. 7. Enter the password. Enter the username and password based on your PTZ camera settings. 8. Press enter to save. 9. Press the ESC button to exit the menu. And that's how you manually add cameras in network mode using both methods. Similarly, the manual add method 2 also supports analog protocols such as VSCA and Pelco. When network control isn't required, analog mode provides a simple and reliable way to control your PTZ cameras using serial communication. Different cameras may use RS-232, RS-485, or RS-422 ports, and the connection requires the appropriate cable. In this demonstration, we are using an RJ45 to DB9 adapter cable as an example. Plug the RJ45 end into the corresponding RS port on the controller, and connect the DB9 connector to the serial port on your PTZ camera. Once both ends are connected, simply power on the devices to complete the setup. In analog mode, you can only manually add and configure a PTZ camera directly from the controller menu. 1. Press add to start the setup. 2. Enter the camera number from 1 to 255. 3. Move the joystick left and right to choose the control protocol. VSCA, Pelco P, or Pelco D. 4. Next, type in the camera address, using any number between 0 and 9. 5. Set the baud rate by moving the joystick left and right. You can choose from 1200, 2400, 4800, 9600, 19,200, 38,400, or 115,200. Make sure the baud rate matches the one set on your PTZ camera. 6. Press enter to save. 7. Press the ESC button to exit the menu. 8. To connect to the camera, press CAM, select the camera number, and confirm with enter. Now, let's move on to the control panel. We'll walk through 6 main sections: keyboard setting area, camera setting area, assign and camera keys, image adjustment area, zoom control area, speed control area. First, let's start with the keyboard setting area. This section is all essential for operating the controller smoothly. These 3 keys are mainly for IP configuration, and they directly support the camera connection steps we covered earlier. Use manual add connection in network mode. Once the hardware is properly connected, simply press search. The controller will automatically scan the local network for all PTZ cameras and list the available devices. Press Incur to view the list of saved devices and reconnect to any camera whenever needed. To add a device manually, press Add, input the camera's IP address, and select the protocol to complete the setup. Press Lock to enable keypad lock, preventing accidental touches during live production. Press SED up to access the system settings. The default password is 0000, and you can change it to your own preferred password. In the password setting menu, first enter the old password, then type in the new password and confirm it once more. Finally, select Save and press Enter to apply the change. Next, we're moving into the camera setting area. Here you can select cameras, set and recall presets, and also input numbers for IP addresses, preset IDs, or VSCA command values. Let me show you how each operation works step by step. The number keys are used for entering camera numbers, IP addresses, parameters, or command values. ESC exits the menu, enter confirms settings. CAM is used to select cameras together with the number keys. To switch to a camera, press CAM, enter the camera number, and confirm. When you want your PTZ camera to shoot from a fixed, repeatable angle, you can save the current position as a preset for quick access later. To set a preset for the PTZ camera you are currently controlling, first adjust the camera to the exact angle you want. Enter a preset number, for example 1, then press present and confirm. This saves the current position as preset 1. To recall a preset, enter the camera number, press call and confirm. The camera will automatically move to the saved angle. If you want to create multiple presets for the same camera, move to another angle and repeat the same steps. For example, save it as preset 2. This way you can store several angles and switch between them whenever you need. To delete a preset, enter the camera number, press reset and confirm with the joystick. Now, let's move on to the Assign Keys and Camera Selection area. This section gives you quick access to multiple cameras and lets you customize functions for your workflow. First, let's look at the camera selection keys. Cam 1 to Cam 4 allow you to switch instantly between Camera 1 and Camera 4 with a single press. Next are the assign keys F1 to F4. These keys are fully customizable. Inside the menu, you'll find several options. Home moves the camera back to its initial position. P or T reset resets the pan and tilt settings to factory defaults. Note that the IP address will not change. Power turns the camera on or off. Picture flip flips the camera image vertically or horizontally. The most flexible one is the custom option, which allows you to input VSCA commands for advanced operations. Keep in mind that different PTZ cameras may use different VSCA codes. Always refer to your camera's user manual to find the correct command before entering it. Now, let's demonstrate how to assign F1 to the 1 push white balance function. 1. Select the F1 key. 2. Choose custom to enter a PTZ camera command. 3. The VSCA command for 1 touch white balances. 81010433503FF. Here, enter only the middle section. 010 for 3503. You can ignore the starting 81 and ending 8. After saving, F1 is now assigned to 1 touch white balance. Now press F1, and you'll see the image instantly adjust its white balance. The function is working properly. Next, let's move on to the image adjustment area. In the white balance section, you can adjust color gain and switch white balance modes. Use the B and R knobs to fine-tune blue and red gain, turn right to increase and left to decrease. Press 1 push WB for a one-shot auto white balance. WB toggles between auto and manual modes. Keep in mind, adjusting B or R will disable auto white balance. Next is the focus control section. Rotate the focus knob left for near focus, right for focus. Press 1 push AF to trigger a single autofocus action. Use auto manual to switch between autofocus and manual focus. And remember, manually rotating the focus knob cancels 1 push AF. In the exposure section, use the iris or shutter knob to adjust aperture or shutter speed depending on the selected mode. Press exposure to switch between auto, aperture priority, and shutter priority. Use bell C to turn backlight compensation on or off. These are the key functions in the image adjustment area, allowing you to quickly fine-tune color, focus, and exposure during your shoot. Now, let's move on to the next section. Next, let's move on to the zoom control area. This section gives you 2 flexible ways to control zoom, making framing easier and more intuitive. First, the boat switch. The switch is marked with W for wide and T for tele. Push it toward W to zoom out for a wider view. Push it toward T to zoom in and bring the image closer. You can also control zoom by rotating the joystick, turn it left to zoom out and right to zoom in. Meanwhile, the joystick supports 4-direction PTZ control, up, down, left, and right, so you can smoothly adjust the camera's position while zooming. This makes your framing more intuitive and efficient. Last, we have the speed adjustment area. This section lets you control how quickly the PTZ camera moves and zooms, giving you smoother and more precise control. Adjust P or T speed to control the pan and tilt responsiveness, turn left for faster movement, and turn right for slower and smoother motion. Adjust zoom speed the same way to control the zoom speed. And that's the complete walkthrough of the KBC20 KBC20N PTZ controller. Thank you for watching and see you next time.